Do you know? More than 1,000 years ago, the world's first university was not founded by a king, but by a woman. Imagine this for a moment. When most women were not even allowed to study, one woman used her wealth to build a place of learning. Not a school. Not a library. But something the world had never seen before. And the most surprising fact? That place still exists today. Yes, the world's oldest university was founded by a woman. Her name was Fatima al-Fihri. Today, we will explore the real and authentic life story of Fatima al-Fihri in easy English. This is a true life story, not fiction. You are watching an easy English biography to learn English through stories, specially made for English learners. Fatima al-Fihri, the woman who founded the world's first university. Fatima al-Fihri was born around 800 AD in the city of Qarawiyyin, in present-day Tunisia. At that time, Qarawiyyin was a major center of Islamic learning, culture, and trade. She was born into a wealthy and respected family. Her father, Muhammad al-Fihri, was a successful merchant. He believed strongly in education, discipline, and faith. In the 9th century, many girls did not receive formal education. But Fatima did. Her family made sure she learned reading, writing, Islamic studies, and basic sciences. This early exposure to learning quietly shaped her future. Fatima grew up in a home where knowledge was respected. She was not trained as a ruler or a warrior. Instead, she developed skills that were rare for women of her time. Deep understanding of religion. Strong financial awareness. Ability to manage large responsibilities. She was known as a serious, thoughtful, and spiritually focused woman. There is no historical record of Fatima seeking fame or power. She never wrote books. She never ruled a city. Yet, her impact became global. Historical records confirm that Fatima had a father, a sister named Maryam, a large family inheritance. However, details about her marriage or children are not clearly recorded. To stay authentic, we do not assume anything. What we do know is this. Fatima and her sister both became independently wealthy after the death of their father. And this moment changed everything. After some years, Fatima's family moved to Fez, Morocco. Fez was becoming a powerful city, full of scholars, traders, and students. But the city also had a problem. Despite being a center of learning, Fez lacked a structured institution where knowledge could be preserved and taught systematically. Fatima noticed this gap. She saw students sitting in mosques, learning informally. She saw scholars with no permanent space to teach. And slowly, an idea began to form in her mind. After her father's death, Fatima inherited a large amount of wealth. Many people in her position chose comfort, luxury, or status. Fatima chose something else. She decided to spend her entire inheritance on one single purpose. A purpose that would outlive her. As construction began, she made a personal vow. A vow so intense and spiritual that it would test her patience, her health, and her faith. And this decision would soon lead to the birth of something the world had never officially recognized before. The walls were rising. The city was watching. And Fatima al-Fihri was about to make history, without realizing how big that history would become. If you enjoy learning English through true stories, like this video and keep listening. It helps your English and supports the channel. The building was not finished yet. Fatima refused comfort, refused rest, and even refused food during its construction. What kind of place was she building, and why was she willing to sacrifice so much for it? Fatima al-Fihri did something very unusual. While the building was under construction, she fasted every single day. No celebrations. No luxury. No public attention. She believed this project was not just stone and walls. It was a spiritual responsibility. And the place she was building would soon change the meaning of education forever. In the year 859 AD, Fatima officially began construction in the city of Fez, Morocco. The building was called Al-Qarawiyyin Mosque. At first, it looked like a mosque. But Fatima had a bigger vision. Fatima personally supervised the construction. She did not give money and walk away. She stayed involved until the very end. She used only her inherited wealth, no donations, no political support. When Al-Qarawiyyin opened, it became a place for prayer, teaching, discussion, research. Students did not just memorize texts. They asked questions, debated ideas, and learned from scholars. This learning system was structured, not casual. There were teachers, students, subjects, and certificates. This is why historians later recognized it as a university, not just a religious school. Al-Qarawiyyin taught many subjects, including Islamic studies, grammar and linguistics, mathematics, astronomy, medicine, philosophy. Students came from different regions and backgrounds. Non-Muslims were also allowed to study there. This was extremely rare in the 9th century. Education here was about knowledge, not identity. Over time, Al-Qarawiyyin developed a system where students received an ijaza. An ijaza was a written certificate proving a student had mastered a subject. This system influenced the modern concept of university degrees. Many European universities later adopted similar ideas, centuries afterward. Famous historical figures are believed to have studied or taught at Al-Qarawiyyin, including scholars from the Islamic world, thinkers who influenced Europe, translators of science and philosophy. Fez became a global knowledge center. And at the heart of it all was Fatima's decision. Quiet, focused, and deeply intentional. Despite this massive achievement, Fatima did not seek recognition. Her name was rarely mentioned in early records. The institution became famous, but she remained almost invisible. History nearly forgot her. Al-Qarawiyyin was growing. Students were arriving from far away. But success also brings challenges. Political pressure, social change, and silence around Fatima's own life began to grow. And slowly, her name started fading, even as her institution became immortal. The university was alive. Students were arriving from distant lands. Knowledge was spreading across continents. But something strange happened. As Al-Qarawiyyin became more famous, the woman who created it slowly disappeared from history. No statues. No long biographies. Almost no personal records. How could the founder of the world's first university become almost invisible? After the founding of Al-Qarawiyyin, historical records about Fatima become very limited. Most of what we know about Fatima comes from later historians, not from her own time. She did not leave letters. She did not record her achievements. She did not promote herself. This silence was not accidental. In her culture, humility was a value, especially for religious acts. As Al-Qarawiyyin grew, it attracted attention from religious authorities, political leaders, wealthy patrons. With attention came control and influence. Over time, management of the institution shifted away from Fatima's family. This was common in history. Institutions often outlive their founders, but not their original vision. Still, the university survived. Even without Fatima's presence, Al-Qarawiyyin continued to shape the world. It became a center for scientific debate, preservation of ancient texts, translation of knowledge. Knowledge from Al-Qarawiyyin later reached Europe and helped shape the European Renaissance. Ideas traveled through students, scholars, and translated books. Fatima never traveled, but her idea did. One of the most powerful parts of Fatima's story is not written directly. By founding a university, she quietly proved that women could shape global education, even in the 9th century. She did not argue. She did not protest. She built. Her life became a silent message, stronger than words. Very little is known about Fatima al-Fihri's final years. Most historians believe she lived a simple and religious life, close to the institution she founded. There is no confirmed grave marked with her name. This reflects her life. Impactful yet humble. Fatima al-Fihri may have faded from written records, but her creation never stopped growing. Centuries passed. Empires fell. The modern world was born. And then, something unexpected happened. the world finally began to realize who had built the foundation of modern education. For centuries, the world spoke about great universities: Oxford, Bologna, Paris. But almost no one asked one simple question: where did the idea of a university really begin? The answer was hiding in plain sight. In a city called Fez, and in the quiet life of a woman named Fatima al-Fihri. Historical records do not give an exact date of Fatima al-Fihri's death. Most historians believe she died sometime after 859 AD, likely in Fez, Morocco. There is no confirmed grave, monument, or royal burial linked to her. For someone who changed global education, this silence is powerful. Her life ended quietly. But her idea did not. Al-Qarawiyyin continued to operate for more than 1,100 years. It is officially recognized by UNESCO and Guinness World Records as the oldest continuously operating university in the world. While empires collapsed and borders changed, students kept learning inside its walls. Only in recent centuries did historians begin to correct the record. For a long time, people assumed a man founded the first university. The truth challenged that assumption. Today, Fatima al-Fihri is recognized as a pioneer of global education, a symbol of women's intellectual leadership, a real historical figure, not a legend. Fatima al-Fihri's life teaches us something important. She did not seek power, fight publicly, leave long speeches. She invested in knowledge. Modern universities still follow the same core idea she supported: organized learning, open discussion, and verified knowledge. Her vision is still alive every time a student enters a classroom. Fatima al-Fihri proved that one person can shape the future. Education is a long-term gift. Real influence does not always make noise. Her life still matters because education still matters. If you like simple English historical stories, please subscribe to support this channel for English learners. More than 11 centuries later, the world finally speaks her name clearly. Fatima al-Fihri. Not a queen, not a warrior, but the woman who built the foundation of modern education and changed the world forever. If you are an English learner and you enjoy learning English through historical stories, subscribe for more easy English content. Thank you for watching. See you in the next history story.